As a result of a long-term investigation into narcotics and illegal cannabis and weapons trafficking in the Erie County area, the Sheriff's Narcotics Squad, with the assistance of the Buffalo Police Department Intel Unit, the Erie Crime Analysis Center, the Lackawanna Police Department, and the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, arrested the following: 36-year-old Jimmy Valentine, 33-year-old Karan McDuffie, 30-year-old Kevin Carr, 33-year-old Shania Hill, 31-year-old Landrea Owens, and 22-year-old Dariana Johnson. Countless hours of surveillance and investigative work led to search warrants being obtained for numerous addresses and vehicles in the city of Buffalo. In total, investigators seized more than 300 pounds of marijuana, which is on display here today, 3 illegal handguns, which included a loaded and defaced .45 caliber pistol, a loaded .40 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol, and a loaded 9mm ghost gun. Investigators also seized approximately $100,000 in U.S. currency. So everyone up here obviously commends the great work of all the law enforcement personnel that were involved in this case, and I'll turn it over to District Attorney Mike Kane, and he can explain the charges in more detail.
Thank you, Undersheriff. So the arraignments were for these 6 individuals were a couple days ago. Jimmy Valentine, age 36, was charged with 1 count of criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree. That is a Class C felony. He's also charged with the defacement of that weapon. That's a Class D felony, and the criminal possession of the cannabis in the 1st degree, and that is also a D felony. He was arraigned. We asked for remand on that case, and meaning we asked for no bail, for him to be held without bail, and the judge set bail. He has since posted, and he is out. Karan McDuffie was also charged, and I should say Jimmy Valentine's charge is related to the incident at 116 Ledger Street, that's in North Buffalo. The other 5 defendants that are charged are related to the incident that occurred at 950 Broadway in the city of Buffalo, and they're Karan McDuffie, age 33, Shania Hill, age 33, Leandra Owens, 31 years old, Dariana Johnson, age 22, and Kevin Carr, age 30. They're all charged with the same thing. They're all charged with 1 count, or 2 counts rather, criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree, and the criminal possession of cannabis in the 1st degree. That criminal possession of cannabis in the 1st degree is possessing more than 10 pounds of marijuana, and as the undersheriff mentioned, is almost 300 pounds of marijuana here altogether. The charges are, the most serious charge is the C violent felony, the possession of the weapons. In each of those, for each of these 5 defendants for the arrest on Broadway, our office took the position and asked for remand because of the violent nature of the weapons involved here in these allegations, and in each case the judge set bail. All 5 of those defendants have posted bail, so they're all out. They have a felony hearing date returnable on March 4th. I'm sorry, that's for Jimmy Valentine. He's got a different date. He's coming back on March 4th at 9:30 in the morning in Buffalo City Court. The other 5 are coming back on February 11th. That's next week at 9:30 in the morning. So we are going to continue with the investigation and the prosecution of the charges against these 6 individuals. And again, I mentioned what the undersheriff pointed out, that all of the different agencies involved here, including the Sheriff's Department, of course, the Erie Crime Analysis Center, the Lackawanna Police Department, the Buffalo Police Department, and the FBI. This is great collaboration, great teamwork. I'm continually impressed with the way that our law enforcement partners in this community work so well together. Obviously there's a ton of marijuana here, there's a lot of cash here, and there's a lot of guns, all of which has been removed from our streets, which makes our community safer. So I commend my partners in law enforcement, and thank you to the sheriff and the Buffalo Police Department for the great work that they've done. So that's all I have at this moment. I'll turn it over to the sheriff.
Thank you, Mr. DA, and I echo your sentiments there. The excellent relationship we have with the Buffalo Police Department, FBI Safe Streets, really our federal, state, and local partners allows us to do operations like this. And I want to commend our Chief of Narcotics and Intelligence, DJ Granville, and his crew that are not up here because obviously they're undercover. And the hours that you spend doing surveillance and then taking this down no injuries to anyone, be it law enforcement, the targets of this operation, or members of the public. And I want to tell members of the public this. We have 300 pounds of marijuana. You don't know where this has been. You don't know if this has been laced with anything. In this instance, we didn't find fentanyl and so forth. But don't think for a second that these drug dealers are looking out for your best interests. And they don't want to be something special and be thought of as the place to go because their marijuana gives you an extra boost. And as far as the marijuana not being violence, you see what they do to protect this very profitable business. They have illegal handguns, and there's a lot of money there. There's 100,000 approximately in U.S. currency. Now, we all know that legalized marijuana is coming on board now in New York State, in the area here, and there's also tax dollars, I guess, we're losing out on, right? And so I think a lot of the legal marijuana cannabis places should be happy that we just took out 300 pounds of marijuana. Again, we have such a great working relationship here in Western New York with our district attorney, federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. And this stuff, you know, it gets in the hands of kids, and they don't know what they're smoking. And as you see the packaging, it looks like the crush, it looks like candy or something like so forth. And these people are not professional chemists. You don't know what they're putting in there. So be careful. Again, congratulations to everyone, and this makes our community safer. Thank you.
Any more questions? Are you looking for more people in this operation, or you got everybody? This is a big.
In every single operation, that's a great question, sir. In every single operation, it doesn't stop there. It continues. As far as looking for other people, we don't have anyone outstanding, but each case, we look to build up. And there's many cases that are ongoing now because of prior cases or cases that we haven't even announced yet. So that's a great question. We always look to go up the ladder and make our community safer, because depending on, it doesn't matter what the product is, marijuana, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, you always find handguns, illegal handguns, to protect their territory and protect the domicile that they're selling out of.
You have any idea how long this operation was going on for?
Well, you know, I wish I could answer that question for you, because we put some hours into it, and I don't want to divulge any information. It's a good question, and you know, some are quick hits, other ones are longer term, and that work into maybe a Title III, a wire. But you know, the Buffalo Police Department, Lackawanna Police, the Erie County Sheriff's Office, narcotics, always working together, because there's no borders, there's no lines in Erie County. It's all over the place, and sometimes adjoining counties, and the drug dealers don't care. And we're very fortunate to have a very, very good relationship with every single law enforcement agency and our district attorney, that we are very happy that we are continuing to work with our district attorney.
Was this a distribution network, or was this like street selling? What level was this at? I mean, it looks like there's large quantities that haven't been broken down.
So, you know, in any kind of narcotics operation, and when you get a quantity like this, you're going to make a lot more money if you're selling it retail in small quantities. But then again, it's obviously you're going to bring more attention to yourself. With 300 pounds, what normally happens is that the drug dealer has invested X amount of cash into that product, so they want to turn it around as quick as possible. Maybe the profit margin won't be as much if they sell it in a large quantity compared to a smaller one, but it's safer as far as not getting arrested, or it's also you know, you have to put the money back into your business operation.
Just reconfirming that the 6 individuals arrested, they were all operating together. It wasn't like it was a team of 3 and another team of 3. They were all pooling the resources to do what it is that they have here.
That is correct. So they were all working together, and we apprehended them with 300 pounds. Now the question is, how many pounds did they originally have? Did they just get a shipment of 300 pounds, or did they get a shipment of 500 plus pounds? You know, that's a question we don't know right now, that we will try to get to the bottom of. But again, the customer that's buying this does not know where this marijuana's been. Has it been laced? It's like similar to going to a bar and you have a bottle of Guinness, or you have a bottle of any kind of whiskey. You know the proof, you know what you're getting, compared to moonshine, right? So this is a product that these people are not chemists, and if they're going to try to make more money than the next person, they might lace it. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So, you know, that's why they're going to test it. We'll figure it out. But again, the dangerous part, the guns, they're going to protect their product, their house, from other drug dealers that are going to do maybe a home invasion, or they don't want to get robbed as they're making the drug deal. It's very dangerous, right? You have the public around there. A lot of these drug deals are made in parking lots where there's a lot of members of the public. And if it goes sideways, somebody's going to get hurt. Now, again, everyone got taken down in this operation in a safe manner. And kudos to the law enforcement officers that did that, because be it a car stop, be it a search warrant, you never know where it's going to go. So, you know, thank God, and I've said this before, you know, we get this more often than not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.